All right, Charlie Moe, everybody. All right, look your next comic to the stage, Zach Ashton.
Keep it going for Charlie, everybody. Hello, I'm excited to be with you. I'm here celebrating tonight. I am celebrating what, you might ask? I'm celebrating 1,598 days of not drinking. Give it up for me! One guy booed. Fuck that divorced dad. Am I right? No, is anybody else here quit drinking? Make some noise if anybody here is quit drinking. Alcoholics Not So Anonymous. Couple brave souls. Good for you. Do you have anything that like triggers you? Anything that like is like a big trigger? No. For me, it's Outback Steakhouse. That's one of them, you know? Y'all, seriously, you ever been at Outback Steakhouse, you're not drinking, you got your steak, your potatoes, and the waitress walks by with one of those beers the size of your head in the frosted mug? Fuck, I'd kill my own mom for one of those, dude. You know what I mean? But another tough one is family holidays, and I'm so glad we're through the family holiday season, Christmas, Easter, all that bullshit. We're done with it, right? For me, it's hard. I went back home to see my family this last Christmas. You know, things are getting better with us. You know, my relationship with them is getting better as I get sober. And went down to my younger brother's house, and we're sitting there smoking weed. Because, like, here's the thing. I quit drinking. I didn't stop being cool, right? I'm not giving it all up. I'll still do ketamine on a weird weekend, you know? So I'm hanging out with him, you know, and we're chilling, and he goes, Zach, you're not drinking this year. And I was like, yeah, you're right, I'm not. And he goes, how are you going to deal with all that trauma? And I was like, yeah, you know, weed's not going to cut it. And he said, let's eat some magic mushrooms. Not a good idea, guys. I thought, like, it's Christmas, I'll eat the mushrooms, you know, I'll become one with the universe, I'll become Christ. Look at me, I'm halfway there. I'll walk into the holiday and be like, it's my birthday! You know what I mean? Like, I thought it'd be chill, you know? So we eat the mushrooms and we're sitting there and we're watching old school wrestling. Anybody else in the audience watch Hoganite era wrestling? Clap if you feel it. Wow, 2 dudes, the rest of you guys are like, I don't watch old men wrestle. Wow, fuck you, dude. Bunch of homophobes. All right, I get it. But I'm watching old school wrestling. We eat the mushrooms start to kick in. We drive over to my dad's house. And now I'm pretty white trash. You can see me up here, right? There's a lot of Bud Light at my dad's house. You know what I'm saying? Like, growing up in my house, in the trailer I grew up in, my parents didn't call it Mountain Dew. They just called it juice. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pulling up, we get to my dad's house, we're walking up the driveway. Now, everybody in this audience has an internal monologue, right? Not if you have an internal monologue. If somebody next to you isn't nodding, they're a fucking serial killer, run, dude, right? So I get there, and I swear to God, now I'm peeking, dude. The mushrooms are kicking in, it's been about 30 minutes, and as I go to grab my dad's door handle, I swear to God, my internal monologue turned into the Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah, dude, I walked in, and immediately, as soon as I stepped in, my brain was like, oh, they're gonna know that you're high, yeah! I was like, fuck, dude. I walk in, and you know that every Midwestern house has that mirror right in the front entrance so you can see how much weight you're gaining every year? For some reason, they put that fucking thing there, and I see my own eyes, and they're fucking dilated, and it's, oh, yeah, you're dilated. You're a fucking spaceman, yeah! I was like, fuck, you know, look at me, I'm a dirty stoner, so of course I'm late. They're all sitting down to dinner. They're like, you gotta come sit down, you're late for dinner. So I'm walking in, I sit down, and I'm 35 now, so they sit me at the adult table, right? Fuck, like if I was at the kids' table, peeking on mushrooms would be so easy. The whole dinner, I could just be like, you don't even know what Halo is, you know? You're never gonna buy a house! I'm sorry. You know? Just dunk on him. No, but they just sit me next to my grandma, and as they sit me down, I'm tripping, dude, and my dad leans in and he goes, we don't know how many of these she's got left. Fuck, dude! And now I'm peeking, and I can see it, every line of her face, I can see it. Every time my grandpa called her a bitch, it's all there, dude. She turned to me and she goes, you know, I'm not doing so well these days. And my internal monologue went, Father Time remains unbeaten. So don't do mushrooms at Christmas. I'm Zach. You guys have a great night.
All right, Zach Ashton, everybody. All right, go for your next comic to the stage, Sam Hendry. Sam Hendry, going on.